We are here to talk about Capilano's unethical issue. First, let us briefly discuss business ethics. Business ethics are moral principles that guide the way a business behaves. Generally, it's coming to know what is right or wrong in the workplace and doing what's right. This is in regard to effects of products and in relationships with stakeholders. Whereas, when businesses show unethical behaviors, things get stirred up, leading to direct hits on the company's reputation and results in irreparable losses. Most recent uncovered case of ethical business: Capilano honey. The most famous brand of honey in Australia has been in business since 1953. The company claims that every drop of its organic honey is independently certified by Australian Certified Organic. However, current research shows Capilano is providing fake honey to us. In the research, Germany's Quality Services International Lab was commissioned to conduct two types of tests of the sampled honey, the NMR screening and the official C4 sugar test. The lab collected 28 blended and imported honey samples from stores all over. Tests proved almost half the samples were adulterated. In contrast, the quality test that approved by the food authorities of Australia is that when it introduced imports, it agreed to test about 5% of imported honey consignments under Imported Food Inspection Scheme using the C4 test only. However, QSI and other international experts increasingly rely on NMR as the test of choice for detecting fake honey. Capilano said it was 100% confident its Alari honey, which is made using up to 70% imported honey, was pure, rejecting NMR testing. Capilano is confident in its supply chain and claim they have supply chain of Chinese honey to always meet our quality specifications. QSI's Ms. Beck said honey adulteration was a global problem. She said Chinese honey was the most problematic. Chinese are constantly developing new tailored products to cheat the tests. She said adulterated honey was bulked up with cheap syrups such as rice syrup and beet syrup, etc., which are detected by official honey tests. In China, beehive numbers have increased by 6.7% over the decade to 2016, but exports have soared by 200%. The numbers don't add up, said the honey trade expert Professor Norberto Garcia, who has written numerous papers on the honey industry. Another concern is the presence in honey of naturally occurring plant toxins causing liver damage as declared by WHO. FSANZ, however, says it is okay to use the product. The European tolerable intake is 7 nanograms per kilogram of body weight. The Australian intake is 1 microgram.
Honey poisoning the local industry and putting the public's health at risk.
Someone's got to jump up and down and have the responsibility of it and stopping this before it's all too late.
And once again, our authorities are sitting on their hands.
It needs to be stopped. The import of honey needs to be stopped in Australia.
And that's where the rot set in 4 years ago. Our exported honey bearing the Australian name was found to be contaminated with the illegal antibiotic nitrofurans by the Canadians and instantly withdrawn from sale.
It's a carcinogenic substance. It's caused cancer in rats, and if it causes cancer in rats, it's very likely that it'll cause cancer in humans.
Lawyer and former Chief Food Examiner Des Cybra was alarmed to discover nitrofurans also present in locally sold honey. But Australian authorities, Food Standards Australia and New Zealand, took no action.
They should have instituted an immediate recall and done what the Canadians did. Get it off the shelves and prosecute the people that are selling it.
Not only has this left consumers uncertain about the safety of the local product,
a lot of people worry these days whether you're actually buying Australian honey, how much, it's been blended.
It's also undermining the local industry.
We have pure product. We shouldn't compromise our good, clean, green image by bringing inferior products in from overseas that are contaminated.
The blending approach used in Australia is out of step with other World Health authorities. The result is that nearly every Australian honey was contaminated according to Irish researchers, who analysed the level of pyrrolizidine alkaloids in supermarket honeys here and in Europe. Despite all the evidences and researches, Capilano has refused to admit that its product has been adulterated. As per the market's response, Aldi has temporarily withdrawn the two products in its mixed blossom honey range that QSI identified as adulterated. Woolworth and Coles has also stepped up. Capilano neglected the business ethics, thus lost its credibility selling fake in the name of organic. It should have acted on time in ethical way, making all the aspects public and cutting of the fake honey suppliers.